What the hell am I doing?
Na, 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 na.
Mute your fucking mic.
Boom!
One time again.
Why are you unmuting? Hi, Alan. Yo, big up everybody. Welcome back on EGTV Vibes from the 6th. Today is a special episode. Everyone's here back together for the Sunday show. People are in good spirits. Some people are excited. Some people are not excited. We're going to be talking about a lot of different topics today. But the main things are we're going to be discussing what happened between the aftermath of Tottenham and Liverpool's draw on Saturday. We're going to be
Come on, you Spurs.
We're going to be discussing Manchester United. We're going to be discussing Manchester United dropping another disaster class this season versus Brighton. We're going to talk about Chelsea's comeback. Not Chelsea's comeback.
Chelsea's comeback?
Well, Wolves' last-minute comeback versus Chelsea. We're going to talk about Arsenal beating Leeds to help put another nail in Tottenham's coffin for that top four race. And we're also then going to discuss the midweek games and how this has changed the whole face of the season.
Are we not going to talk about Man City dispatching Newcastle? No?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's important too, man.
We're also going to discuss Manchester City bouncing back and Pep Guardiola choosing violence in his post-match interview. But yeah, before we go any further, I just want to say, how's everyone doing today? Mojo, welcome back. Dabs in the house, AK in the house. We got Alan in the house, and Husam seems like he's in good spirits. People in the comment section, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Man said Husam is in good spirits.
I'm always in good spirits, alhamdulillah.
Man said, I hope Husam is here. So there's only one way to start this.
Why did you name yourself This Is Football, bro? Remove the name.
Wait.
There's only one way to start this. Guys, let's talk about it. Liverpool versus Tottenham. It was the game of the weekend. This is the most important game of this week, this fixture, and this is probably the most important game for the remainder of the season when it comes to Liverpool's season. And Tottenham, they still have another big game coming up, but this was a massive hurdle, and they did well. So who wants to start between the two fans, Tottenham or Alan? Or
I'll let Husam go first.
Start with the winner.
We want Husam to go first.
Husam, we need to start. You need to start, bro, man.
No, it's only good we start with Alan first. His team did well, so we have to start with.
I think group
man.
position. You go first, Husam.
Okay, no problem. I can go first. So anyway, first of all, well done to Tottenham. They got the points that they deserved fully. I think we just were not good enough on the night. I think when it comes to this game, many players sort of dropped stinkers, including our right back and left back, who are our playmaking outlets. Both just didn't perform well. I thought Trent at least played well defensively. I think Trent did a very good job in terms of defense. Robertson was just bad defensively and offensively for me, and is to blame for the goal. I think Spurs executed their game plan perfectly well. As in terms of us, it's of course very disappointing. I think we were as well quite lucky to get the draw, if I'm being honest. So it was a bit disappointing. Of course, expected a bit more, but at the end of the day, it was never in our hands anyway. Now the only thing that switches up is we go from wanting City to draw a game to we wanting City to lose a game. So it's still not over yet. I still have hope for this. It's not over until it's over. We've all been part of a Premier League that has witnessed the Aguero moment, that has witnessed the slip, that has witnessed plenty of different things that have swayed Premier League titles within seconds. So there's plenty of things that are possible. Literally, a City loss changes up this whole thing. We go.
That type. It's that type. I've heard this before in the stream. There's like a typing noise in the background.
Is that typing?
It's like a weird noise.
It sounds like interference to me.
Everyone else,
I can hear it. Can anyone who can't hear the noise?
I can hear it.
I can hear it.
Whoever can't hear it, it's from you.
Everyone, just mute yourself. Let Husam speak, and then we'll continue. Go ahead, Husam.
If you cannot hear it, it's probably from you. It's like a keyboard noise. But anyway, so now basically what happened is we go from wanting City to lose, to wanting City to lose. It's not over yet. I'll just keep believing till the end, and when it's over, it's over. We congratulate Man City and we move on. So listen, well done to Tottenham. They executed their game plan properly well, but it is what it is, man. It's not over yet. There's still hope. I already got asked what's the margin for error. You asked me on this show. You said, Husam, do you have to win every single game? I said, no, we have a margin of error of 1 draw. So listen, this is the draw. It happened. It is what it is. For the people talking about goal difference, we could easily slap 5 past Villa, easily slap 5 past Southampton. It's not like Liverpool have a problem with goals. So yeah, it's not over yet, and we shall see what happens. But kudos to Tottenham, and you know, it is what it is, man. It's a title race. We're gonna keep fighting to the end.
So Husam, you said you had a margin of error.
Yeah.
What gives you a margin of error when you're the one chasing them? Just so I can understand.
Margin of error for me, the draw is because that's still mathematically possible, and it's still 1 game behind. So yeah.
Okay.
So we went from 48 hours ago, hoping that City might get a draw somewhere, to now hoping that City might lose a game somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, that's all that happened.
Okay, I'm gonna let Alan go and then I'm gonna come in.
So I want City to lose 3 points instead of 2.
Husam, there is a problem in your argument, because when I said that Arsenal had a margin of error, you did fight back and say
well done, Egal. Well done.
That's, first of all, that's a totally different conversation. I said I have a margin of error of a draw. You sat here when there was 12 games still left to play, and you said top 4 is confirmed, and we can lose 5 games at the end of the season, and we're still getting it. Blah blah blah.
Was he wrong?
So it's a different discussion.
He wrong?
Am I wrong?
Was he
wrong? Of course
wrong?
he was wrong.
I lost
3
games in a row. 3 games that he said they could lose. They've lost.
Of course he was wrong, because he said top 4 was confirmed in February.
Okay, it wasn't confirmed. Just like Man City's title is not confirmed right now.
Go back and watch the show, okay? He said it in February.
Well done, Egal, man. Egal's got
No. But let me tell you this, Husam. There is another person who got something right here. Alan said it could be right 1-1. So Alan,
it again. He's done it again. Oh boy, Vertonghen. He's done it again.
Yeah, it's you know, so easy to see what was going to happen. Now I'm joking. Yeah, Husam, how's it feeling in that box? You're getting pinged right, left, and centre. It seems like you're getting a bit smaller in that box. It feels like it's all getting on top of you. You're sitting here saying that you margin for error and it was never in your hands, but you were here all the time. This is where City's going to slip up. This is where that's going to slip up. This is where City's going to come unstuck. They're going to lose here. They're going to lose there. And it was you. It was you who lost. As I said in the stream, as I said it on Space, on AK's Space on Saturday night.
No, we didn't lose. We drew.
Wait, 1 second. Spurs give you the the opportunity to get back in the race, and we take it away from you. We were like, here you go, Liverpool, have this hope. And you were like, oh, let's run with that.
Aaron, what's that thing that you said earlier in this place?
we give it and we take it away.
Yo, Alan, I think it's your mic. Do you have headphones?
Yeah, I can do that. 1 second, I'll jump back out. I heard it all the time. Husam was talking, but I'll jump back out. I am coming for you, Husam. Don't worry about that.
Whoever, listen, before you jump, whoever cannot hear the keyboard noise, it's you. So if you can't hear it, it's you. Put headphones on. Because we can all hear it, so it can't be coming from us if we can hear it.
I can hear.
One of us here cannot hear it. Who cannot hear it?
I was on mute the whole time, so it wasn't me.
I was on mute the whole time too.
No, but the moment you just spoke, it came back.
No, it's been going the whole time for me.
Comment section, can you hear the keyboard noise, or is it just us?
Yeah, we definitely can. Look, it won't be.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section. If you can't hear it, then we just.
I think it was Alan, guys.
It's gone.
That pretty much confirms it. Yeah.
Okay,
let's speak for like 10 seconds. See how.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Oh, you talking to me?
No. I thought Husam, you wanted to say something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, there's no noise. So it is Alan, definitely.
21.
I thought you were going to...
It is Alan, definitely. So he has to just use his headphone.
I thought he was doing the Ten Hag chant.
All right, guys.
Now that one ends at 4.
Okay, Husam, just talk to me, man. Tell me, is it...
Bro, there's genuinely nothing to talk about.
Is the quad over?
It still is possible. It's not over yet. I have seen way too much drama in this Premier League to sit here and go like, oh, it's done. Congratulations, Manchester City, blah, blah, blah. We've seen so much drama in this league. If you think I'm going to sit here and say, oh, I've given up, then you're crazy. I've not given up. I'm part of a few Liverpool fans who will believe till the end. Some people have lost their shit and said it's over. Some people are being weirdos on Spaces trying to get us to get Mane and Salah to fight or something. Like I just find it weird. Like, but anyway, listen, it's still there. It's still there. There's nothing. It's mathematically possible, and it's not even mathematically possible where I need City to lose all the last 3 games. We just need 1 loss. So if you think any team on world football cannot lose 1 game, then You know, Barcelona beat Real Madrid 4-0 earlier on this season. Palace beat Man City. We lost to Leicester. Things have happened, bro, in this league. You know, Brighton is known for being ex-GFC without scoring goals. They beat Man United by 4 goals. Shit happens, you know. So it's still possible, man. Still possible.
Okay, let me just bring AK in now. AK, you did make.
You stopped Alan in the middle of his speech.
I'm gonna bring Alan back in.
You hate Tottenham so much. You never want Alan to pick up his own.
This is a segue.
AK, don't speak. Let Alan speak, bro. Allow Alan, bro. What is this? Disrespect just because it's an Arsenal channel? Give Alan his flowers.
Alan is going to be back many times to speak about
just let him get his flowers, bro. He got a draw at Anfield.
Alan can talk, but Egal, please don't segue away from talking about this without me speaking, please. So don't segue away from this game. Please.
Of course. First things first, Alan, you did get it right. 1-1. That was the result. Talk to me. What are you saying?
So I will bring Husam back up on his comment from a couple of months ago with Spurs and their 15 championship players. As I've said earlier on the space day, I'm going to say it for the people watching if they weren't there. Those 15 championship players came to Anfield, you know, mentality monsters. Look at this is all like Liverpool are and all that. And again, Sessegnon for the second time this season locked up Salah, done nothing. Mane was missing in action, and Diaz had a bit here and there and did nothing else. All we did was do what we said we were going to do. And for some reason, Klopp bitching and moaning after the game, this is not, I don't like how they play and all that. When you have a team that's inferior to the other team, you do what you can to win. Your mentality went out the window to the thing like that. The way you couldn't get your game plan right. You were just lobbing in crosses here and everywhere. It was embarrassing. Robertson got torn up by Emerson Royale, so much so that Spurs fans have actually basically clipped him and said that this like his highlights. And the highlights, if you look at the 2-minute video, they're not even that good. But he tore Robertson a new one. That is embarrassing for supposedly the best left back in the Premier League. That is embarrassing.
I never said that.
Hold on, this is what most of your fan base say. You've got the best wing backs in the league, or your best full backs in the league, and you got clipped up and Emerson Royale donked on him. Kulusevski turned Henderson inside and out that he had to get subbed off as well.
Donked on him.
He did. He got turned out inside and out.
Or dunked.
Hold on. And you basically criticised Robertson for that goal. But if you look back when Emerson Royale hoofed the ball, Kane took it down and Alexander-Arnold didn't even touch him.
Fabinho, you mean?
Alexander-Arnold let him turn
What's
inside
the replay again?
It's
Fabinho.
Please stop talking. It was Alexander-Arnold. Let him ghost inside.
I'm just
he
correcting.
laid off to Sessegnon. No, laid off to Sessegnon and the Son was open and all that. And then Klopp, after how embarrassing going to Son, it's special here. Great, okay, it may be special there, but he's not coming to you, so it's embarrassing. Twerking for Son. How embarrassing! You're meant to have the best front three in the league, and you're twerking for Son. How dare you? How dare you? It's embarrassing. All I will say is that we gave you the hope, we gave you the dreams of winning the quad. Quad pending, quad denied. Now we go on to the Arsenal game. This is all I'm going to say here and now, and this is going to perk Mo up a bit. If we beat Arsenal in that North London derby, you damn right I am twerking for St. Maximin to destroy Arsenal.
Don't bother, it's not going to happen. I witnessed it today.
Don't bother with St. Maximin guy, man.
Not happening.
You were right all along about St. Maximin. You were right.
Witnessed it today, firsthand in 4K.
You were absolutely right on St. Maximin. We owe you an apology.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I've got no shame. I'm twerking for St. Maximin against Arsenal. Don't worry about that. You're welcome.
Okay, let me just address this before you go to the next man. Let me just address what Alan said. First of all, when you watch the replay of the first goal, this is the problem with when an agenda starts. When an agenda starts and everyone wants to follow it like sheep, now every time Liverpool concede a goal, it's about how can we find a way to blame Trent. When you go and you watch the replay, Fabinho does not close down Harry Kane, so that's the first mistake. The second mistake is Robertson following Son into the box. If you look at Harry Kane before he plays that pass, Konate, Trent, and Virgil van Dijk are on the same line together. And that line works in a way in which Sessegnon is offside. So the offside trap is trapping at that point. The problem is Robertson follows Son into the box. And because he follows them into the box, Patrick, I see in the comment section, big up, used to be a part of this panel. Thank God you're no longer part of it, you know, because you just do the basic bitch agenda type stuff. But anyway, when it comes to the goal, the offside trap was working. Robertson following Son into the box is the reason why Sessegnon was not offside. Klopp never really substitutes the right back and left back. He never does. I think you've all watched Liverpool here. We don't really take out Trent or Robertson. We usually keep them both, substitute the midfield, substitute the frontline players. The fact that he took Robertson off told me all I need to know, because that goal was definitely his fault. Robertson going forward was absolute dog shit. Defensively was absolute dog shit. Alan, spot on. The fact he got torn a new one by Emerson Royal is embarrassing. The reason why, like, even when I did the player ratings, I gave Robertson the lowest score out of everyone. I thought he was the worst player on the pitch for me personally, having watched this game. Now, as to Klopp's comment, once again, I will come on here and I will say the same stuff I've said about every other manager every single time. When a manager loses, come out and blame the light, blame the pitch, blame the players, talk about whatever the fuck you want. It deflects off of players. It's smart tactics. Alex Ferguson was salty after losses. Pep Guardiola came out last week and called Atletico Madrid prehistoric football. No one gives a fuck. I'm not here to talk about classy. I don't need an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Brendan Rodgers type manager who comes out post-game and tells me about character and leadership and how we fought really hard. I'm not trying to hear all that shit. I experienced that stuff with Brendan Rodgers. It's genuinely the most nauseating thing you can experience as a fan. Having your manager smile in the one second. Having your manager smile in a post-match interview after you've just lost or drawn. That's something that's absolutely unacceptable. And by the way, in case you've not noticed, Klopp's tactics worked, because the media, I'm not talking about fans, I'm talking about media. All the media are talking about is Klopp said Conte played defensive football. He's deflected all the pressure away from the players. No one's talking about Trent's thinker. No one's talking about Salah's thinker. No one's talking about Robertson's thinker. They're all talking about Klopp. This has worked with Mourinho before.
Once again, Klopp's
Ferguson before, and he's just gone and done it.
In the words,
I need to do production. I need to do production. 2 seconds,
William Shakespeare.
In
the words of William Shakespeare, you can fool Gary Neville, but you cannot fool us.
Gary Neville can go.
We're not
stupid.
I just said the media, not the fans. You were listening.
Guys, forget Gary Neville. Josh Smith.
I said the media. You can't. I never said fans.
Out of context, Alan Husam is coming for you. Big up.
I'm coming for you.
Okay.
Big up. Pause.
You got big up the panel. Was unlucky not to beat Liverpool, and you know what? Deservedly so to say that. And finally, guys, don't forget to
smash that like give Tottenham a compliment.
Don't forget to smash that like
Judgment Day is coming, people.
1 second. We have over 185 people in the chat right now. Do me a favor.
194.
Crazy. We only have 60 likes. Hit that like button. It's absolutely free.
Wait,
and
before
you know
we go
what?
somebody else.
I'm gonna come back to you, Alan. Don't worry. And AK also wanted to speak. Shout out Patrick. He's saying Egal, give Husam some tissues. We had some love. We had some people showing some love to AK in the chat. Even also, we had Sean. Big up Sean showing some love to AK. That you see, not everyone hates you. And then what do you call it? Who else?
One positive comment in 4 months. So much.
There you go. and thank you for watching, guys. Please comment and let us know.
Take it.
Content.
Only one person on this whole panel got the streets, and that's Alan. Only one person.
Guys, just before anyone goes again, let's just let Dabs and AK get into it. AK, what were you gonna say?
Alan, at least dab with me, man. This guy.
I don't have a lot to say. Do you know what I'm saying? For the fact I've already seen it in the comments. I've already seen people in the comments saying, "Oh, United lost 4-0. Why is AK smiling?" I don't care, bro. We can talk about that when we get there, and you lot can talk about however much you want about United. But speaking of Liverpool Football Club, Egal, I think I have a clip to play, because I sat here on Saturday and I told the world that I had a feeling. Now, I said I had a feeling.
You want to play it?
Well, just quickly, I said I had a feeling that Liverpool were going to go into this game and they were not going to walk away with 3 points, because the two worst managers you want to play at this time of the season is Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte. They're two managers who are absolutely disgusting when it comes to this time of the year. They will park that bus, frustrate you, and either leave with a point or 3 points. They're impossible to play against. So I said that, and Husam told me there was a better chance of him getting Rihanna than that happening. So Husam, I hope you've bagged Rihanna, because I'm expecting you to unfold your camera and I want to see Rihanna in the background, because you said it was the same chances.
AK, how's that a challenge? I hope that happens, bro.
Egal,
I believe vibes from the
there of Tottenham going, or Tottenham somehow shithousing a point as well.
There you go. Unfortunately, Dabs didn't send me the full clip, because
bro, it's your channel. You clip stuff up. Why are you expecting us to clip it?
What's going on?
If I have the timestamp,
I sent the clip of you getting it right. I just didn't do all of it. There was no need for the second bit. AK got it right. I didn't need to put the second bit in. classy round here.
Dabs, please, for the people, send people get it over 100 likes, and we'll get Dabs to send the full clip.
Now,
Dabs,
200 likes, I'll send it. 200.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna actually try to find it. But yo, AK,
Well, no trust in the 200 likes, no?
No, but listen about the game. Yeah. Jurgen Klopp's mentality monsters couldn't get it done. First thing first, before I get on to Liverpool, Tottenham's counter-attack. And I've said this I think 4 or 5 times by now, talking about this game. Tottenham's counter-attack is fucking brilliant, bro. Them 3 man up top. Kulusevski's fitting like a glove. Kane and Son doing Kane and Son things. When Alan calls them the deadliest duo on the planet, we all laugh at him week in, week out. But the more weeks goes on, the more they just seem to prove it. To be honest, they are incredible when they're on the same wavelength.
Okay, just to back that, and then I'll let you carry on. I'll actually say I had this conversation a minute ago. I think Liverpool, was it 17-18, the season we won the league? Liverpool's front three that season was probably the best front three for them. Yeah, with the counter football. I think now Tottenham
17-18.
The season you didn't win the league was probably the season your front three were cooking the most.
18-19.
18-19.
Sorry, yeah. So many Premier Leagues won. I can't remember which season I'm talking about. But anyway, that season, I think Liverpool's front three, they were cooking that season. Liverpool plays slightly different football now. Now, I'll be 100. Tottenham's front three is the best counter-attacking football in Premier League at the moment.
Yeah, when it comes to moving the ball from a defensive phase to an attacking phase, we knew that we were already good at it because of Mourinho. We'd seen glimpses of it, but Conte has taken it, and now we see a very compact defense, which played well. I mean, bro, Romero shocked me yesterday. How did I see this man head the ball out from a corner? I'm not even joking. I watched him head the ball out in a corner. Son is running down the wing, gives it to Kulusevski. The ball's about to get crossed into the box, and Romero's in the middle of the box trying to head the ball in. Like, how is the way they move that ball so quickly, and the way the wing backs join in, the way everyone joins in. Nothing but praise for Tottenham, because I think that their game plan went according to plan yesterday. I don't think they went there to win the game. I think they went there to walk away with a point, in my opinion. And if they could have shithoused the win the way they did against City, they would have took it, of course. But a draw is the result I believe that they were hoping for when they walked into that stadium. Now, Liverpool Football Club. This is the thing, yeah. I'm not surprised, and I'll tell you why I'm not surprised. Because I've been saying since January, February, when they came back in this title race, that in my lifetime I have never ever seen Liverpool Football Club compete in a 2-horse title race and ever go on to win it. Ever in my life, and I'm 25 years old.
I'll give you the full clip now.
Give me a second, Egal. Let me just land this, because at my age, at the age of 25, at the age of 25, I think we should wait for the likes. You know what I'm saying? I'm still looking at the likes, and I need them to go up.
200.
Oh yeah, we'll wait till we get to 200 likes.
There's over 200 in here, so there should be 200 likes.
But you know what it is? I've in my lifetime, I've never seen Liverpool win a 2-horse race. So the idea of Liverpool Football Club being able to compete with this Manchester City team was a bit dumbfounded to me in the first place, because they haven't been competing with City over the last 5-6 years, or however many years they want to get credit to. Liverpool fans and Liverpool Football Club want to get credit for being the team that chased Klopp every single year, chased Pep every year, without ever actually achieving anything apart from one league title where Pep Guardiola didn't compete in. And it just seems a bit astonishing to me. I've seen Liverpool fans today saying, oh, you lot should be thanking us because we saved English football, and without us this and without us that. No, we fucking shouldn't, bro. Chelsea in that period have won as many league titles as you have. Chelsea in that period have won as many Champions Leagues as you have. Chelsea in that period have won more FA Cups than you have. They've won as many Super Cups and as many Club World Cups as you have. And do you know what I'm saying? So this whole Liverpool reign thing that people love to shove down our throat, it never existed, to be honest. If Jurgen Klopp goes on and wins that Champions League, then we can sit down and we can talk about a Jurgen Klopp era with Pep in this league. If he does win that Champions League, I am happy to have that conversation, because 2 Champions Leagues in the space of, is it 3 years or 4 years? 3 years. 2 Champions Leagues in the space of 3 years is incredible. And that's something worthy to come to the table and we'll discuss with. But as it stands at this moment, there is nothing that Liverpool team or this Liverpool era, as they call it, can hold up against this Manchester City team. It's as simple as that, bro. And
let me just go to this. Man said AK had a tingling feeling. Most importantly, and getting into that tingling feeling, just a 50-second clip.
On the point, I can't say that we're going to lose, but I just think Liverpool are going to be in party mode.
Do you know what
really
it is? If there is two managers,
anything. I mean, I'll be honest. I'll predict a 1-1 because on the point, I can't say that we're going to lose, but I just think Liverpool are going to be in party mode.
Do you know what it is? If there is two managers, Husam, you don't want to play at this stage in the season when you need to win every single game. It is Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte.
It was 3 with Emery, by the way. But yeah, go on.
But yeah, those two in particular though, and them
two tick now about to happen.
The reason I say them two is because Antonio Conte has this thing where he can just shithouse it, man. He has this.
Boom. But yeah.
Last thing before I move on. I don't want to speak too long. You know what I'm saying?
Mo's gonna go next after 8 dubs.
Just the last thing is there was some quotes that I saw Don Husam make that I just want to pull him up on, because I know if this was me, I'd be getting pulled up on them. The first one was a pack of hyenas that can smell blood. The other one was we're going to see the difference between Man City and Liverpool this weekend, talking about the whole mentality thing of Liverpool making it to the final and City not making it to the final. We see how much effect that really had. And when I sat there and I told him this a couple of days ago, his response was that there's the same chance of Rihanna DMing me of all of this happening. Now,
have you got the DM yet?
In front of the 210 people who are watching today, I would please like you to show me the DM that you got from Rihanna.
And then bring me in, bro. Bring me in. Bring me in.
Because at this moment, like Job said, it doesn't look good. So that's all I really got to say, man. Big up you lot.
Boom. Dabs.
Right, so I know City fan base want me to do something like this, yeah?
Do it.
Light it up.
But I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Yeah? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Yeah, because what I want, and I've seen 1 or 2 comments here. What I want, all I want Liverpool fans to do, yeah.
Sorry, my mum called me.
No worries.
Light it up, brother, please.
Listen, bro. I'm saving it till the end of the season because the title race is not over. Let's be very clear. And there's news today. We're going to be without Stones. We're going to be without Diaz. We're going to be out without Walker. We've got 3 tough games. So the title race is not over. However, all I want Liverpool fans, all I want Husam to do, yeah, is to just be like this, innit? You don't have to, I'm already seeing Nasir, hold tight Nasir in there saying, City are going to lose to West Ham. Bro, drop all that shit, yeah? You concentrate on you lot winning. We'll concentrate on us winning. Let's not... I don't want to go in on Liverpool because Liverpool are still in the quad, yeah? And it would be very easy for me to come on here and say Liverpool are out of it. Liverpool are still in to do a quad. Now, what I am going to say is, yeah, Tottenham fans, thank you, firstly. Thank you. You owed us something. So thank you, Alan, right? But Tottenham fans, Villa fans, United fans, yeah? Okay, sorry, brother, but United fans,
I'll hold it.
All of you lot, yeah, going. How can United fans go at Liverpool when they're still in the quad and you got beat? They can still win 4 trophies.
No,
Brighton just put 4 past.
Funny you mentioned the number 4 as well.
No,
Brighton just put 4 past you, right? So all of that, Liverpool fans, just remember, yeah, I'm going to be humble, right, and just say the title race is still on. We might win it. I'm happy that this is the business end of the season. And once again in the league, we are doing what we do whenever we are in a title race. Yeah. We're doing what we've today. We were worried. We were worried after we thought people were going to be injured. We came back and smashed Newcastle 5-0 while resting Bernardo Silva, Mahrez and Foden. Right. Honestly, how many goals? I think in the last 10 days or something, we've scored something like 18 goals or something. So I'm happy. I'm a City fan. I'm happy, but this title race is not over. And again, there's things like people going about Pep, about his decisions. Pep. Let's look at it. We got beat by Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Yeah. What, Pep has to be questioned for that? Really? Right? De Bruyne had a shit game. World-class player had a shit game. Trent, Salah, world-class players. Doesn't make them not world-class, right? So people question it. I don't need to come on here and do bias and do all that crap, yeah? Because I'm confident my team is going to end the season with the Premier League trophy. And if we're not, I will congratulate Husam. But everyone else, you know what? Chelsea fans have been quiet, which is good. I actually respect that Chelsea fans have actually, towards City, been quite quiet.
There's nothing to respect about Chelsea.
Well, but honestly, like, I'm not down for all this mud throwing no more. Maybe at the end of the season, I'll throw a bit of mud. But until then,
it's just how it goes.
I get it, bro, and I get it. Listen, I said last time on the stream when I lost,
they're not emotionally involved, so they don't get our calm reactions. It's just how it goes.
I said on the stream last time, I get it, right? We probably would not be doing YouTube if there was not reactionary shit, right? It would be very boring, and I get it. But we all have personalities. We all react how we do, and it's entertaining, yeah? So we'll all keep reacting, and we'll all still get shit in the comments. But for me, I'm gonna wait till the end of the season when it's all said and done, and then I will talk.
Do you know what?
I mean, listen. This is the reason why what Dab said. The reason why what Dab said is spot on. I just want to say one thing. First of all, he's spot on about the De Bruyne and Salah thing. AK, if he's being honest right now and not trolling, he'll tell you I've always been KDB defendant #1 on the spaces. I've said he's better than Cesc Fabregas. I've put him into heights because at the end of the day, even if players have bad games, bro, this still is Kevin De Bruyne. This still is Mo Salah. This still is Trent Alexander-Arnold. I mentioned 7 players who had stinkers. I said Trent, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, that's 7. And Jota had a stinker when he came on as well, so that's 8. So players had bad games. And here's the thing. The reason why what Daps said, see, Daps is smart. And I'm a compliment him for being smart. The reason why I'm saying this is, just imagine for the sake of argument, Liverpool go and beat Villa 2-0. And Wolves shithouse a 1-0 win over Manchester City. Suddenly we're sat here this Thursday or this Friday talking about what? Goal difference? So like, this whole situation changes. Imagine they draw against Wolves, then draw against West Ham. There's so many possibilities. Imagine Liverpool lose to Villa as well. So there's possibilities either way. So wait for City to lift the Premier League and then come and say this shit. Also,
now,
moreover,
hold
to add to what let me just end on this. To add to what I'm saying is, in the space of 20 days, Liverpool Football Club are going to play 2 finals. Come the end of this season, if Liverpool are European champions, won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, Manchester City themselves would trade their season for ours. That's just how it goes. Because we would have had the most successful season in the whole country. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and Champions League. That's extremely
but you trade that just for the Premier League, bro.
I wouldn't actually.
You trade all of it. Yeah, you would, but it's fine.
No,
you don't want to admit it. That's perfectly fine.
I've said I promise you, Daps, you know me, I'm honest. From August, I said I prefer winning the Champions League. Ask anyone who spoke to me from a long time ago.
So the one thing I will say is what you just said, and thanks.
But by the way, I'm a minority.
Thanks for the compliments. But there's a few things that you did, right? So we let you, give your reasoning on why Klopp wasn't at fault, and we let you. You didn't really give me that chance. But the other thing I picked up, you in that.
I never said Klopp wasn't at fault. Never said that.
One thing
I blamed Klopp for the substitutions. I gave him a rating out of 4 out of 10.
But you said that the way that Trent was playing, you would have dragged him, yeah?
No. I said he took off Robertson, which is something he don't usually does, right. Which shows me that Robertson played worse than Trent.
Okay, right. So when I'm saying that as a City fan, Pep wasn't at fault for taking De Bruyne off because De Bruyne was stinking up the place, and everyone's downplaying it and trying to give me reasons. Did you see De Bruyne today? From minute 1, De Bruyne was on smoke, When De Bruyne is not on smoke, it's very clear to see. You can give him the whole game. When he's not on smoke, Pep knows his players better than any of us. De Bruyne against Real Madrid, he was stinking up the place. He deserved to be pulled. So we don't question that, right? And we know our clubs. Trust me, De Bruyne needed to be pulled. Same way players in your team needed to be pulled. But yeah, I don't want to say anymore. Look, the season's still going, and we move. We move. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to say no more.
Okay, Mojo, final person to speak on this topic before we move on to the top 4 battle.
Bro, we spent like 35 minutes on this topic, man. So I have no choice but to try and keep this as short as possible. And I think before this game happened, I said that the way Spurs play is something that I think can work to the benefit of playing a team like Liverpool. Whether that's at Anfield or not, it's not what it was about for me. It's about the type of football that Conte implements. I do think it's something that would allow someone like Spurs to be able to get something out of a game. I think Kulusevski and Harry Kane and Son are the 3 players that I pointed out before this game had even kicked off. And the reason why I said is if you can get those 3 players to click well enough in this game to at least get you 1 or 2 goals, you can see them getting a result out of this game. I'll be honest, before this game even kicked off, I said 3-2 to Spurs, and I was like, if that happens, they'll call me a genius. If Liverpool batter them, then they'll call me like an idiot for doing that. And I'll be honest, I thought it was a fair game for it to be 1-1. I felt like both teams played really well enough. I'll give compliments where it's due. I felt like the front players for Spurs and also, in my opinion, the wing backs for Spurs played really well in this game. This was the first game where I thought actually they provided the attacking width and transitions in a manner that actually didn't hinder what Spurs were trying to do on the pitch and actually match Liverpool a lot better than just trying to take a 1-goal lead and then try and defend the whole damn game. What I think was really also good is that when it comes to Liverpool, in a game like this, when something this big is on the line, it's very easy to lose your focus, your momentum, your mentality, everything. I think Liverpool not giving up shows a lot about their character, and the fact that they managed to get that draw and fight out the game as the way they did, credit to them. I think Luis Diaz in particular for me is a player that stands out. Over the next 3 seasons, I think he becomes the most key player at Liverpool Football Club. Yep. I think the guy can create for himself. He can create for others. He's an absolute menace to deal with for any team. He is going to become the danger man. And in fact, I think it will allow other players in the team to even benefit from the menace that he causes on the pitch, because more players will have to start marking him up rather than just trying to mark up Mo Salah or whoever else Liverpool end up signing. But besides that, I generally felt like it was a really good game to watch. I'll be honest, I watched the whole full game and I thought it was actually as entertaining as I expected it to be. And for what was 1-1, it felt more than a 1-1 game because it was back and forth and you could see chances appearing out of anywhere at this point. So credit to both teams. I think this is what Premier League football is all about. You can't underestimate any team. You can't write off anything. But when it comes to this part of the season, so yeah, man, I look forward to seeing how this season concludes for both.
So, Egal, just a quick question: is Diaz came from the Portuguese league, right?
Yeah, from Porto.
You know what? I'm just going to say something.
Was it Porto or Benfica?
Benfica in Portugal. Oh well, either way. But then we need to start thinking. You know what? These Portuguese players, not Portuguese players, people that come from the Portuguese league seem to be able to land in the Premier League very quickly. Like Diaz last season. He came in. Benfica. Yeah, but still, it's from the Portuguese league. Bernardo Silva, they seem to settle in. I don't know if the league's similar or something.
Bernardo Silva came from the French league, though. Yeah, from Monaco League. But I get your point, though.
The speed that Diaz has landed at is phenomenal. Like, honestly,
no, but I'll tell you this: it's much easier to land at a team like what do you call it, Man City and Liverpool.
Please don't say what I think you're about to say.
No,
because that's absolute cap.
1 second. When it comes to,
it's much harder to land at City or Liverpool than it is any other team in this whole league.
That is absolute ridiculous. When it comes to adjustment period, your adjustment period, you're allowed to have a lot longer because you have such a quality of a squad. You can play Fabinho a little bit less than you.
That's are you gonna respond or am I gonna respond?
Yeah, man,
for example,
you go, man. You go.
Listen,
I can respond on you guys' behalf if that helps. I think there's. Both things can be true. I do think it's not like as black and white as maybe we're trying to make it out to be. Like I don't think it's easy to go to Man City or Liverpool and land on your feet and just be, because let's be honest, Jack Grealish right now is getting grilled for what reason? He's getting grilled because he's moved to Man City. He's paid 100 million has been paid, and this guy has barely played. Yet we're criticizing him as a player that has played over 50 games or something, and has literally been shitting up the whole place. So the reality of it is the pressure, I think, at playing at these clubs is very massive. But what I do think is that these clubs have a structure and managers that are very good at managing these types of players. They sign players. They know how to.
Did you say Grealish that has barely played?
He hasn't played 50 games, has he?
But then this is okay. Maybe this is nothing to do with what this has nothing to do with what you're talking about or your point necessarily. But no. It's a bit hypocritical when maybe we look at people like Grealish and whatnot and we give them buys, but then there's other players in the league who haven't played that amount of games, Mojo, and they hold it.
Bro, Sancho is the same thing for me. Like,
is, bro.
No, I what I'm trying to say is, bro, like I just think sometimes what happens is, right, the more pressure there are on teams to perform. In regards to Liverpool and Man City, right? I think they're at a stage now where they have pretty much started to address. So in Liverpool's case, they're addressing depth and probably even replacement for players that are going to be moved on in the future or in the near future or whatever. Man City's case, they have to address obviously the striker situation that has been like this for now 2 years plus, but also they are also going to be addressing depth. When you look at Chelsea, when you look at Arsenal, when you look at Man United, we are looking to address the performance of a whole team so that we can start competing with these teams. So when players come into our teams, we're saying, you guys have to raise us to the levels of this. Instead of saying the whole collective needs to perform, we're putting it on the signings. Whereas Liverpool and Man City can be like, you're coming into already a functioning thing that is competing at the high level. It's about how well can you integrate into this. And I do think they have managers and structures that, in my opinion, do a better job at alleviating a little bit of pressure, but there's still a massive pressure on these players. At the end of the day, they can't get into those teams if they don't perform. Otherwise, you're holding bench. It's simple as. So I think both things can be true. I just don't think it's as black and white as we try to make it out to be. That's my honest
when you
opinion.
even when you look at the Liverpool and City transfers, the players like it takes them so much time to get into to actually start a game of football. Like it takes them time, and everything you said about the structure and the manager is spot on, because we have the two best structures in the league, the two best managers in the league. We know that.
Yeah.
However, the pressure of going to a City or a Liverpool is probably 100 times more than going to any other club, because of the amount of competition, because of what you're competing for. Like Luis Diaz coming into the team had to displace either Mane, who has been, a solid team member for the last 4 or 5 years, or Jota, who had scored.
Can I ask a question then?
The spotlight's on United.
Who had scored 14 goals at the time and was like the second highest top goal scorer. So for you to force your way into the starting 11, you have to be something special. But for example,
we knew that.
No, but okay, I'm gonna use the Diaz. If Diaz moved to Arsenal in January, he starts every game from January till now.
I make my point though. My point is it's
because
easier.
The pressure is so much less, and he has so much less competition.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's easier to adjust and to get into a team that is already so good, because it allows you. It allows you to have such.
That's one Sebastian Veron
you get no run. You get no run of games. You get no run of games.
You don't have to get
about Man United, and come tell me how easy it is to adjust.
The pressure of having to come into
Egal,
a team.
you're both right away. Mojo is right. You're both right, but it's just it depends on which side you look at it from.
Exactly.
There's truth in what both of you are saying.
Yeah.
I think you hit the ground.
But how can you say it's easier?
No,
I wouldn't ever say. I wouldn't say.
In your pump with Man United at the highest level, was it easy for a player to come in and play?
Sam, what I'm saying is, in some cases, we've seen players come in and easily be able to adjust. But in majority of the cases, when big players, especially going to teams at the peak of their power, especially in this league, even if you go back to Fergie days, when a player was brought to Manchester United, those players weren't thrown into the starting 11 straight away, bro. I've seen some great players come and have to work their way into the squad, even though they were brought in to eventually replace those players that they're overtaking. They're made to work for it. The same way Husam is right. Diaz coming in is being forced, and whether he likes it or not, he has
to get to that level.
One bad performance from Diaz is worse than a bad performance from Mane. Because Mane has credit in the bank. If he has a bad performance, you can look at that and you can say, okay, but we know what Sadio Mane is capable of. He'll be back next game. If Diaz has a bad performance, it will sit on the manager's mind more. There is
Jota starts immediately next game.
There's so much more things.
One second. We have
but Egal is in the right in the sense of what Husam, we have seen throughout time. Some players have been able to easier and quicker adjust.
Can someone do me a favor?
Egal, you know what the problem is with you? You want to segue to a different game, but you open a can of worms.
I do not mean to.
Man said the pressure of adjusting to Arsenal is more difficult than Liverpool or City. This is the magic.
No. I didn't say pressure. I just said it's easier to hit the ground running in a more settled team than it is an unsettled team like Arsenal.
Who has less pressure on them?
Listen,
who has a stronger starting?
I'll agree to disagree. I tweeted something out. You can reply to it. Let's
agree. I'm right, you're wrong.
I said hit me up on Twitter, bro.
Let's
move on, man. I'm right, you're wrong. Let's talk about
guys. We have a lot to cover, but let's
do it.
Let's just hear Dabs' take on the Man City game. And I don't really think it's worth getting into Dabs. Is it worth getting into?
Dax.
Is it worth getting into what Pep said about Liverpool? Because that was
I haven't even heard it. I haven't heard it.
He chose violence.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think he was talking. To be honest with you, I think he.
What did he say? Bring up the quote.
He said something about everyone in this country want to support Liverpool. Do you know what? I think he worded
he
that.
said Liverpool have an incredible history in European competitions, but not in the Premier League because they've won once in 30 years.
I mean, it's true. It's true. And then he did also say that everyone wants to support Liverpool, back Liverpool. I don't believe he was talking about fans. I think he's talking about the media there. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, Sky today, yeah, when Laporte scored, Sky used that to segue to talking about Laporte giving away a penalty in the first leg against Madrid. When Rodri scored, they segued to talk about how you can't say the name Rodrigo around Manchester because of what he did the other. Everything was used to segue back to the Real Madrid thing. It's just clear.
And when you're watching BT Sport, that Liverpool game, I said a few times, there was some shocking comments. I don't know who was on co-commentary for BT yesterday, but he was having a howler, bro. He kept on talking. There's one line that got to me just before Diaz scores, like maybe 2-3 minutes before Diaz scores. He sat there, opened his mouth, and he's talking about, do you really think Klopp's mentality monsters are going to let this happen? Liverpool will score a goal. Some bullshit like
it's
that.
what it is. But I
get it. But as a commentator, you shouldn't be saying that. But we were all thinking it. I hear it. But you shouldn't be saying that shit. It just shows a clear bias.
Bring back Peter Drury,
the
man.
piss boiling, asthma inhaling, piss annoying fans across the country. Klopp, Redman, we are the mentality monsters, whether you like to admit it or not.
Right,
we have the most points from losing positions. So
the point isn't to take it away, though.
What Pep said is right, yeah? That in the Champions League, let's be clear. Yeah, they are. They have that over us. They have the heritage. Liverpool fans say it. City fans say we don't. So in the Champions League, they do. In the Premier League, we are like, when it gets to this point of the season, we are the mentality monsters. Whether you see it as coming back from however you want to see it, when it gets to getting the job done in the Premier League, we are like, if we win the Premier League this season, we are second to only Man United in Premier League trophies. Yeah. So in the Premier League era, let me be clear, and I'm not saying we're a bigger club than anyone, but we do have that mentality to get it over the line. And it's because Liverpool and Real Madrid, they have that in the Champions League. He said nothing wrong. I mean, so yeah, he's right.
It's just, bringing it up at the
I
wrong
hope
point.
this quote comes back to bite him in the ass.
I mean, he still wouldn't be lying though, because we have done it more than you. We don't really slip up when it gets to this point.
But that's the problem is with this conversation, and I said this to AK today on a space when there was spaces happening. I said the problem is a lot of people always behave like in the Champions League you compete as a different club. Like people, I'm giving you an example. Today someone was like, Husam, domestically, Jurgen Klopp, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but hold on a minute. When we go play in Europe, it's not like Klopp does not go and he sends a different manager. And in Europe, instead of Liverpool FC, we're called Merseyside Red or something. Like, that's not how it works.
So, don't talk about heritage anymore then.
Oh, no, you're not understanding my point. What I'm saying is people will measure Klopp's success in order for agendas to run by using just the league title. But the Champions League is part of the success as well.
Agreed.
Him winning the Champions League is success. So when people come up here and say, when people come up and say like, oh, one league title. Okay, for example, let's assume
like some people are just looking at, you know what it is? You know, Husam, you've been around people to know agendas in it. If I want to run an agenda on Liverpool, I'm going to talk about domestic success because that makes my agenda easier to run. I'm not going to say, oh, Liverpool are not a successful team. I'm going to say in the last 30 years or since the Premier League started, domestically, Liverpool haven't been successful. And that is a valid argument. But again, it is agendas. You're right. But you know how football Twitter works, man. I don't understand why you're surprised.
AK. If Klopp wins the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League, and now, after his time at Liverpool, you have 2 Champions Leagues and you have 1 Premier League. Can anyone look at me and tell me that's unsuccessful?
I will tell you.
No one's going to say that to you.
Successful manager at Liverpool, but domestically he underperformed.
Agendas will agenda.
That makes no sense.
Because
you cannot look at domestically separate from Europe. They're together.
No, but you can though. That's
the same club, though. It's the same club, same manager, same players.
You're right. Husam, your logic is right. But bro, it's again, it's all about perspective and the narrative and context people want to actually put forward, and that's what AK is actually trying to say to you, bro. At the end of the day, no one can take away from Liverpool exactly what they're doing right now, because at the end of the day, they are competing on all fronts and they are still within the possibility of getting the quadruple. No one can take that away. The fact of the matter is, if you don't get it, if you fail at this hurdle, trust me, people will not talk about you get into these finals or you get into this stage of competition. People will tell you all about the fact that you failed. That's what they will tell you.
100%. But all I'm saying is wait till May to tell me we failed. Wait till the end.
Can we please not Can we please not mention Liverpool for the next?
Yeah, I agree. I'm tired of them too. Let's go.
We've spoken about Liverpool and Man City.
My man asked about the Pep quote on Liverpool, and that says, "Guys, don't talk about Liverpool." See, this is the problem.
Egal, one thing.
Stop opening cans of worms. Then stop opening them, and we will stop the
It was the Man City game.
Egal, anyway. One thing real quick though.
You asked about the Pep quote, bro.
Wallahi, this is ridiculous.
What it is, yeah.
Please, I beg you, let's try to move on.
Yeah. Can I just say though, right? So when I went on Kopish on Thursday, they did record numbers talking about Man City losing. When Big Steve went on the Big Six, they did record numbers talking about City losing. Tonight, you're doing record numbers talking about Liverpool losing. So it's all good. We love it, but I've done. City did what they had to do today. I'm happy we've bounced back. Let's move on to the London derby.
Chelsea fans love to talk about City also. It's saying City should get it over the line for 2.8 billion. You know what? That is an agenda that people use also to get over. You should get a Champions League. You spend so much money.
Agenda.
But yeah, let's. Which game do you guys want to get into first? The Arsenal game or?
By the way, the Newcastle game. Fuck Chris Wood. I want to apologize to Alan. I genuinely, this is a moment where I have to come on here and I have to be a man and I have to apologize. No, I'm apologizing to Alan. I don't give a fuck. I'm not talking about.
I need to know why. Go ahead.
I will not mention my club. I just want to apologize to Alan. First of all, Chris Wood, fuck you. Second of all, Mr. Dickhead Callum Wilson, fuck you as well for missing a 1-on-1 and missing another 1-on-1 after that.
And the third thing is, what was the score?
This is the part where I apologize. I just want to say to Mr. Alan Clark here underneath me, make sure you go follow him. Just want to say, I apologize. My sincerest apologies. I was wrong about Alan Saint-Maximin. You were right. I am joining your side of the bandwagon now. These four, they can make their executive decision by themselves. I'm joining the Alan side. Alan Saint-Maximin is one of the most overrated football players I have seen my whole life. Decision making of a fish riding a bike, thinks that football is futsal. All he wants to do is dribble. Daps will tell you in the first half, Saint-Maximin was on the counter attack 4 or 5 times, and every single time he made the wrong decision. Not once did he make the right decision.
How's he talking about the Ballon d'Or? How's he talking about the Ballon d'Or? How dare him? That's like Alan going on.
How have you been mentioning Ballon d'Or?
Like a title race or something.
Oh, how dare you?
He's Rashford with a bandana, bro.
Can we just make something very clear, guys? No, like what I don't understand is who's overrating him, because I don't overrate him. I just think he's an okay player. He's a good player.
He's not even okay. He's shit. He is Marcus Rashford with a Gucci band.
This is the problem, isn't it? He wanted him so badly to do him a favor. Because he didn't, now it's fuck you to everybody, including
Brother, ask that today. Mojo, I'm telling you, we had hope. And this fucking idiot 5 times made the wrong decision in a row on the counter attack. There was a moment Chris Wood was making the run, and that huge lump of shit was free by himself. Alan Saint-Maximin decided, oh yeah, look at me, futsal, FIFA star, 5-star skill rating on FIFA, and wants to dribble past 3 players. Fucking idiot, pass the football. He's just dumb. He's just dumb in terms of decision making on football pitch. Nothing here, empty brain, honestly. I just wanted to shout at 3 players and apologize to Alan.
Yeah, that's right. Completely agree with you, Sam, like I said. But if we beat Arsenal in the North London derby, I'm twerking for Saint-Maximin when they play Arsenal. Simple as. No shame.
Okay, perfect segue. I don't know where AK went. He disappeared again. Pep coaches Man City on the first.
He knew, man. He knew.
Premier League last day of the season. 3 games left. There you go. So, I think you guys were the last team. What? No, I don't. What?
Pep coached Man City, who won the first Premier League last day, 3 games left. I'm not entirely sure what he means by that.
Was Pep the first manager to win the Premier League on the last day? I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
No, he wasn't, because
Nah,
Mancini
can't
won
be.
it as well with Aguero on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's what
I
he's talking about, that's
celebrated that
Mancini, yeah.
moment, man.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on. The
Me,
Arsenal-
me 10 years ago is AK now, but let's
Guys,
move on.
Can I just say one thing though, please?
Yeah.
Just about Man City, very quick, bro. I won't take that long. And I don't know why. And before this Newcastle and Man City game, we literally, there were some people in our panel that were saying, Man City, they're hurt from the Champions League loss, and I can see them losing this game and blah 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 blah. And
Ask
guys,
me
I
next
knew
time.
they were. I knew they were going to be at me next time. Look, the thing is, right? I knew Man City were going to be not playing about, man. I knew whoever this team was, they were going to feel the fucking smoke. Newcastle United have nothing to play for. They were never going to be on Man City's level. And Man City have just come out of a Champions League shock defeat to Real Madrid in the last few moments. I just knew the smoke was going to be there. So I'm glad that I was correct in saying that at the very least, Man City are not going to play about here. I didn't expect them to do a 5-0. So, Egal, you were very close, man. You said 7-0, but flipping out. If you said 5, bro, you were spot on with it.
There you go. Robbie Lewis says Man City fans need to stop acting like the Premier League era is different from before. Only thing is different is VAR. There's a lot more different than just
I have
VAR.
no idea what he's talking about.
But he's saying basically,
He's talking about you saying we're the second most successful after Man United.
yeah, you can't.
We are.
No, but he's
He's
saying
in the Premier League, we are.
he's saying you cannot separate football from before the Premier League and football now.
Which I agree with as well.
Hold on, but I'm not.
You are basically by
No, I'm not.
singling
I'm
it only
saying
to Premier League.
what I'm saying. Literally, all I am saying is Man United have won this many Premier Leagues. Chelsea have won this many. City have won this many.
But they're saying count first division trophies and Premier League.
Prior,
Oh,
that's what it's saying.
right. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's a good point. No, and I get that. I heard the stats, so I'm just saying the stat. I heard it. Like, I'm not.
No, but this is
I'm
why
not trying
United
to
fans think
I'm not
20
trying to
times.
downplay how many
13 times.
titles any other club have won. Like, all this when people come about, but we're still a bigger team or anything like that. Listen, yeah, I know. And
Bro, all they're saying is don't separate the Premier League era and the whole footballing era in England into two different genres.
Okay.
A lot of people do that though, but it's normal now. It's been normalized now. But what are you gonna do?
Right.
Anyways, let's get into the top four battle. Tottenham did pick up a much needed point, and Arsenal then needed to go on and win the game to get a 4-point advantage. We have done that. We've gone on. We've won the game, and now you know what that means. Now it means Arsenal have that much needed room where if we do slip up, we can still.
He's saying the same shit again. Egal, stop jinxing your own club.
No,
Sam said this earlier. As well.
Hey, he's brought the draft.
Grass City Gal. Let's get it. Anyways, so as you can see, I'm not going to be showing the title race because we've already discussed that to the death. As you can see right there, it's 24% to 77% right there, and Arsenal currently are in the driving seat to get back into the top four. The only scenarios in which Tottenham could beat Arsenal to the top four is if Arsenal lose all their games, or if Arsenal lose to Tottenham and somehow lose to one of Everton or Newcastle.
Okay.
So that is obviously that, and Tottenham obviously have to win all their games at that point.
Egal never learned.
We have to drop a total of 4 points in the remaining 3 games. That is very difficult. And also, just before you go, I want to give credit to Eddie Nketiah. I want to give credit to Mikel Arteta. I want to give credit to Mohamed El Neni. I want to give credit to all the guys who've been picking us up performances throughout this whole time where we've been injured, and to all the people that were backing us, like Husam. You did back us to do it. You did say Tottenham were going to drop off, and you know what, Dabs, you also predicted it. But the thing is, you two guys, when the moment, listen to how crazy Tottenham season has been. They picked up 4 points for they picked up 2 draws versus Liverpool and 6 points versus Man City, but lost to every other big team this season. Where for Arsenal, we've lost to both you guys twice, but we're still going to end up finishing above Tottenham. It's crazy. That's crazy. Right now, I'm not going to lie to you, Alan, this North London derby, all the pressure's on Tottenham. The pressure is also on us. But the fact that you guys have to win and we can get out of there with a draw and still finish above you. Listen, if you draw the North London derby, that's it.
Egal, this is what. Sorry, just quickly. This back when you beat Wolves the first time, that is exactly what I said. Look, I said, listen, Tottenham can get points against the big teams. The difference is that Arsenal aren't getting top points against the big teams, but they were at that point taking pretty much as every point against the little teams. And that's why they'll win the league, because you can beat Chelsea, Liverpool, City and get points against them. But if Arsenal were taking threes off of everyone, they should take them off. But it's not done yet, boys. Let's not. Same as with us in Liverpool. No one needs to get ahead of themselves.
Okay. No, but Egal doesn't learn.
It's not done. But I just want to say this: Eddie Nketiah, as much as he's been balling out for us, I don't know if he should still stay. I still think we should maybe consider he should consider probably finding a place where he can get a starting job, because Crystal Palace are looking to sign him as a rotation option or a starting striker. And Arsenal, he's always going to be a bit part player. But yeah, Alan, what are you saying?
Who's trying to find Nketiah?
Thank you.
Crystal Palace.
Right, okay. So yeah, Egal, thanks for stating the obvious. I'm aware how maths works in the Premier League. I know obviously we have to beat you and all that, to close the gap. I'm aware how that works. The thing that annoyed me the most, that graph you put up, is that your graph? Did you create that, or did you or where's it from? Because whoever it is can't do fucking maths. Because you're saying 77% for you and 24 for us is 101%. It's 100%. I don't understand. That really is winding me up because they can't.
No, because 1% is coming from Tottenham. I mean, from Chelsea.
No, the 101% between Arsenal and Tottenham combined.
No, there's two there's 2 spots available for top 4 if you can't see, and there's a 1% chance that Chelsea could still finish outside of the top 4.
Okay, that makes 102% then.
There's 200.
That's even worse.
That's even worse. Yes. No, you don't understand. No. I'm saying you don't understand.
There's 200% odds on 2 spots.
It doesn't explain it in your stupid graph. Get it off the screen. It doesn't explain that.
It fully explains it. You're just choosing not to. And also, if you haven't noticed, the reason why I put Manchester United in there and I'm upset AK left is because they got smashed 4-0 by Brighton, and which solidified the 6th season since Alex Ferguson left. So Alex Ferguson left. They finished below Arsenal. And this team that calls Arsenal a banter club, they're the definition of a banter club that constantly spend ridiculous amount of money, ridiculous amount of spending on managers year in, year out, ridiculous amount of money on major signings like Rafael Varane, Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, and they constantly find themselves in a similar position to clubs like ourselves, which are Arsenal and Tottenham, who don't spend nearly as much money as them, who pound for pound don't spend nearly enough wages as them, and they are the most expensive wage bill in world football. Manchester City.
Varane was bad yesterday. Like I'm beginning to think. I'm beginning to think that this whole Champions League Varane is actually Champions League Real Madrid, and you take players away from there, and it changes. Let
me just do a whole little.
Same way Champions League Wijnaldum was just Champions League Liverpool.
Guys, this is what I have done for this segment of the show. Situations how Arsenal can qualify. Beat Tottenham on Thursday, you qualify. Draw versus Tottenham, beat one of either Newcastle or Everton, qualify. Lose to Tottenham, beat both Newcastle and Everton, qualify. And also that is factoring in that Tottenham beat both Burnley and Norwich. Next, what's next? This is obviously the top 4 situation. We already know about Sir Alex Ferguson and that thing. What was the next thing that I had? Where's the next thing? This is the next thing. Last season, we lost 2 legs to Aston Villa, lost 2 legs to Wolves. We drew versus West Ham and Burnley, and we lost to Burnley and we lost to Leicester. This season, clean sweep against all of them. We only drew once against Burnley. So when people keep talking about Arsenal needs to beat big teams, no, we don't. We just need to show up against these other teams, and that is the difference between finishing in top 4 and finishing 8th.
Congratulations. Okay.
Can you give Alan the time to speak, though?
Yeah. So I can completely agree with you. For the majority of the season, you've beaten the smaller teams where Spurs have slipped up against smaller teams. There's also been a point in the season where you lost to 3 smaller teams in a row. Like I said, Arsenal with a younger team will bottle it. I said that out loud because I could see it coming. I didn't want to say out what I could see coming with Spurs. I wanted to hold down reserve that Spurs would bottle it anyway. So I always held that back, and it actually happened. I was thinking, if I don't say it, it won't happen. We'll be on a merry way. But Spurs doing Spursy things. We have this saying, I don't know if everyone's aware of this saying, you can't polish a turd. Is everyone aware of this saying? So,
Yes,
Spurs,
sir.
that's how I describe the Spurs team at the moment. You've got a lot of turd in. They've got like Harry Winks, Eric Dyer, Doherty, Ben Davies. You can stick Emerson Royal and all that, and you've got the polish that's Harry Kane and all that will make you obviously do better. But you can't get them over the line. So you have to rebuild. We have to rebuild. We've got where we are in the table. We're still in with a shout, considering this is probably our worst season in 6 seasons. And Arsenal, obviously, that your best season and all that, and it's still only now 4 points in it. It could come to the end of the season where there's still 1 point in it, or we've overtaken you if you have a bad run of form. That shows just how far you've had to come and how far we've slipped back. So when we, cry a bit more in the comments, it's fine. So we'll see what happens at the end of the season. You know, like I said, the North London derby, pin it all on that. If we end up dropping points on that, it's done. If we beat you, then it goes down to the last 2 games. Anything can happen in the game of football. As you can see, teams can shit house, a draw or a win. We'll have to wait and see. But, you know, we'll see a North London derby. It's going to come down to that game, I reckon.
No, it won't. No.
Okay. I think even if we lose in the North London derby, we still need to just beat Newcastle or Everton. So
St. Maximin.
So I don't think you're
so shameless. This guy has reached the epitome of shamelessness, honestly.
I don't think you realize what's going on right here. Spurs have to win, if not Arsenal, by 4th, but Arsenal's 4th means goodbye to Conte. You think Conte's going to leave if they don't get top 4?
I don't know. I'm not second guessing. Well, Conte, I think he'll be Conte if he gets back. If he's actually backed and allowed to bring the people he wants to, I think he'll stay. If Daniel Levy starts doing Daniel Levy things and be like, oh no, you're going to get your 3rd, 4th choice, or we want this person instead, I think Conte will be like, go away.
One second. Since you're probably going to do a preview for the North London derby, and I'm down if you want to do a preview. Let me know. But let me know right now, guys. North London derby. What are you guys picking? Arsenal or Tottenham? I'm talking about.
I'm going for Spurs win. You get me? I think Spurs win the game.
2-2.
But Arsenal
2-2.
Alan, don't give me that smug shit after what you just spoke in the start.
What'd you say?
I said Arsenal.
Okay, continue.
My bad. I thought you talked to me.
She's talking to you.
No, I thought you were talking to me.
No, my wife said, "How dare he pick Tottenham?" Anyways, continue.
Anyway, listen. I think Tottenham. I think Tottenham beat Arsenal, but Arsenal still finished 4th.
Okay. What about you, Daps? What are you saying?
Is Daps here?
No, he's not here. Mojo.
I said 2-2.
2-2. Okay, Mojo.
And honestly, I think if Spurs don't win, they have literally got no chance. And I just want to correct you as well, Egal. I've always said that it's in Arsenal's hands. It's just not a guaranteed thing. Arsenal need to continue to do their damn job, and 4th place is theirs. No one else can take it away from them. So I think I stand exactly the same way I did before. Arsenal need to concentrate on their games. As long as they do their job correctly, it should be fine. I do think you still need to stop in underestimating the smaller sides. I get it. Newcastle just got pumped 5-0 by a Man City team. But at the end of the day, you have to realize Everton are still fighting a relegation battle. So you just don't know what version of Everton you're going to face on that day. And let's be frankly honest. Today you played the Leeds United side that, in my opinion, literally gifted you that first damn goal. And then, in all honesty, for a team that had a red card, that second half from Arsenal was not the best. And lately, I do feel like it's been luck with a little bit of quality that's helped your side get those 3 points that you needed each time. The question is, will that luck run out, or will that quality run out at any point? And if it doesn't, you'll be safe and sound and you'll get your 4th spot. And I look forward to seeing that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Isn't luck just don't you feel like we create our own luck? Like that first goal. That first goal was because Eddie Nketiah pressed the goalkeeper. Lacazette doesn't do that. The second goal, I'll give it to you there if you want to say the second.
Okay,
goal
can I ask you a question then in return to the Eddie Nketiah pressing and all of that stuff? Yeah. He does that pretty much every game, bro. But when do you see a goalkeeper do stupidness like that?
It happened last year for Southampton.
Say again.
It happened last year versus Southampton.
Last year, though. This like literally, we're
Yeah.
talking this season, bro.
It happened
Once the
against.
season-
It
once
happened
the-
against Chelsea.
Yeah, yeah.
But bro,
once-
The Champions League.
But
Benzema-
bro, what I'm saying to you is probability wise, this is not things that goalkeepers are meant to do, bro. It's the
That
it's what it's the that's I'm not taking away anything from Arsenal. Arsenal still had to do their damn job, bro. They still had to hold the lead. They still had to manage their games. They still had to pick up those 3 points. And well done to them, because these are the moments where they slipped up, which is the credit that you're giving them, deservedly so. But what I'm saying is that we can't discount the fact that there are things happening around them that are definitely falling into their favor. Next season, that will be the interesting part, because I don't anticipate you having less competition next season for top 4. So next year for me, instead of Arsenal fans now saying, you know, title contention or battle on all fronts, it's about consolidating this top 4 finish and doing it more comfortably than you did this year. And I think that those are the like realistic sort of expectations to go on, and that's like realistic progress. Do you get what I mean? And I think it'll be an interesting game. I honestly feel like if Spurs need to put everything on the line for this game, in my opinion. You've got to take the points off Arsenal yourself. Then you move on to your last 2 games and do what you can do and go from there. But literally, Spurs, they draw that game or they lose that game, top 4 is literally done. I think that's the best way to put it.
Boom. Just so we know, Alan, are you going to be still coming on for a preview?
Yeah, I'll come on. I told you I'll come on for a preview. The only thing I can't do is Wednesday.
All right, Tuesday it is then, if you're free.
Tuesday, I can do Tuesday.
Enough said.
Can you guys organize your little mid-off, like off?
No.
You're taking our valuable on stream time.
We are
just
almost
organize
done.
it off stream, fam.
We are almost done. But
One
before
part of
we,
this mid-off cost you your title, so shut your
but
mouth.
yo, Alan,
We'll see in May.
Alan, what's your score prediction before we
I've seen
move
more
on?
titles than you in your whole life.
Well,
So I'm
yeah,
happy.
it has to be a Spurs win, so I'll say 2-1 Spurs.
Okay.
I can't say anything other because then I'm conceding 4th to Arsenal, so I'm gonna say Spurs 2-1.
I'm gonna keep my powder dry for now. Let's.
Oh, you little wuss! You wimped out. You can't.
No.
That is such a dickhead move. I'm very.
I'm not being a wuss. I literally am just saying I'm keeping my.
No, but you can't ask him to predict and then you not to predict.
No. Yeah. I'm keeping my powder
dry.
That's
weak. That's weak as hell.
I'm keeping my powder dry because
that is so weak.
Listen, if I say it now to the 200+ people, they're not going to want to come back and watch the preview. They're already going to know everything.
I said no, but you're going to say your prediction. You're not going to preview the game. So what's your prediction?
Yeah, don't
yes.
back out. Don't wuss out.
Don't be weak.
I might change my prediction, but right now I'm feeling like Arsenal is going to go to the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and come out of there with a point.
Okay. See, that wasn't that difficult. Well done.
Okay. Now, can I ask Mojo? You were at the game.
I don't know. You're like your bodyguard on this show. It's crazy.
Mojo, you were at the game.
Yet you stabbed me in the back earlier.
Let me know. How did you feel? How do you feel throughout that Wolves game? Just to let the people know. Were you confident? You thought you were gonna win, or was it?
Mojo, that wasn't boring, by the way. I just have to say
you
that.
Always felt that it was gonna be a draw.
And bro, I'll be honest. I said this to you lot in the last stream. But we're on vibes FC at this point, man. Like literally, it's all vibes at Chelsea at this point. And I was so happy for Romelu Lukaku, bro. It's the first time I felt like we played to his strengths really well in this game. And I felt like he got a deserved penalty out of something that came from his hard work and his determination. And he put the penalty away himself, which I thought was brilliantly done by him. I'll be honest, we've been really nervous when it comes to penalties lately. I don't know if anyone else knows. And then the second goal for me was the pick of the highlight. I mean, my voice is still gone as a result of whatever noise I made for that second goal. The fact that he scored on his right foot and did it confidently the way he did, it was such a relief. It felt like that moment in that moment for a player that you feel like, you know what, this could probably be the moment that he now can use to actually rejuvenate whatever he needs to make out of Chelsea, because I don't really know if he's staying or going. We don't really know at the moment, but honestly speaking, I felt like it was a brilliant finish. But then we controlled the game for like what, till like 70th minute, 75th minute, fine, absolutely no issues. And then we do a stupid mistake that is so completely unnecessary in midfield to expose ourselves to a transition. And credit to Trincao, who came on and off the bench. I thought he did a brilliant job with his finish. Very composed, very well taken. and he did exactly the right thing in the right moments to make sure that that finish was done. From our perspective, same old Chelsea. The moment it went 2-1, guys, I knew we were drawing that game. It's been that type of season for us, guys. I don't know how else to explain it to you lot. At home, it's been completely shambolic. Our defending is the biggest thing that I like. Last year, when we were speaking about Chelsea, I was speaking to you about our defense and under Thomas Tuchel, and I was saying to you how well it's established, the lack of errors, everything. I was so proud of it. The fact that the same players can now all of a sudden look this strong. But these same players have now shown up again, and it's the lack of concentration, the stupidness that they do. And it's literally, bro, it's a game management thing. Everyone was like, oh, Tuchel this, he could have substituted this and that. Bro, you managed the fucking game. It's 2-1. Keep the ball. Don't fucking lose it in unnecessary fashion. Waste the time if you need to. It's simple, basic shit. And our players just simply didn't do it. Wolves get a late equalizer, and they completely and utterly deserved it. I called it, in my opinion. I wasn't shocked. I wasn't disappointed. We're ready for the season to end, bro. I don't care if we finish 3rd or 4th. I personally don't think we can get out of the top 4 unless we now lose the rest of the games. But even then, it's still going to be hard work to get out of top 4. So I'll be very honest. If they do that, then these players have truly and honestly shocked me. But generally speaking, there's not really a lot to say, man. It's the same old Chelsea.
Guys, can we not spend too much time on this game and just go straight into the Manchester United game after this?
No, we have to talk about it.
Yeah, I just wanted to congratulate.
Just talk about it.
I just wanted to congratulate Small Game Romelu for showing up against Wolves after so long in the season. Done really well. Yeah, congratulations to him on his 2 goals.
I think
you have to get it in there.
I think
he's shameless.
I see Romelu Lukaku doing the thing where he threw his hand up when the goal went in.
Yeah, like, I did. To be fair, he's the last one on this whole team who should be doing that, because he's been letting Chelsea down since the start of the season. But anyway, just want to say on the Chelsea thing. See, Mojo makes a fantastic point about Tuchel. I feel like now football Twitter and certain people have it, like, genuinely discussions about football have just become so basic, bitch. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, man.
Like, so basic, black and white, basic bitch football discussions. Genuinely discussions I had when I was grade 9 in the playground. Playing football in the sand with all my friends had more substance to it. First goal, I think, even though Mojo's talking about the mistake, for me, I'm just crediting the finish because that was absolutely incredible. So I'm not even blaming Chelsea for that. The thing that I'm blaming Chelsea for is the second goal, because I think that's the most disappointing part. It was a corner for Chelsea and somehow ended up all the way on the other side. Connor Cody stayed up and suddenly Wolves, scored the goal. So for me personally, honestly, listen, it's got to the stage now with Chelsea that they have nothing really to fight for. Not everything is just Tuchel. Like, it's not just how it goes. Everything you just want to blame the manager all the time. So I think the second goal was disappointing to concede from a game management perspective, but you cannot blame the manager for that. There is not really a substitution he could have done. There's nothing he could have done to bring someone on from the bench to change the game. The first goal, credit the Wolves player, because that was an amazing goal. The second one is where you have to question game management. So, the game management from the defenders, even just, clear your lines, win the header, just the basic shit. So it's just how it goes. So, and plus Chelsea have so much more to worry about as well. New owners, new structure, blah, blah, blah. So this game against Wolves won't make anything difference to it. And to just, maybe spoil the party a little bit. I think there is no world in which Chelsea finish outside the top 4 because simply of the other two. I don't trust Arsenal to win every single game. I don't trust Spurs to win every single game. So,
how dare you?
Even if Chelsea go draw to Leeds or draw to whoever, I think top 4 is probably confirmed.
Hey guys, don't be shocked if you lose to Leeds. I'm just letting you know now, innit?
You can finish 4th. You can finish 4th, Mojo.
No, guys, I'm just letting you know. Don't be shocked if we go lose to Leeds, guys. I'm telling you, right now, we
want to stay up as well.
Exactly, we're done, bro.
Mark, with your offense and defense, your goaltender, go for it. Go on, you can do it, my guy.
He did well against Arsenal, today.
At this point, you're just playing for bragging rights to finish as high as you can.
No, bro, there's no bragging rights. Guys, you have to understand. For me, right, if I'm not in that title picture, or if I'm not winning a title, bro, I could not care less. Finish somewhere in that top 4. I don't care. I finished 4th. I finished 3rd. I'm just as disappointed, bro. I don't like it. I think it's a failure. I think we should be better. I want better from the players. But there are some players that, I'm sorry, they've reached their limit. I have seen you through different managers. You are not helping us. You are playing against us every game as far as I'm concerned. and I can't wait for you to respectfully just leave my club. Honestly, it's the nicest way I could ever be about players right now.
Okay.
I saw the one player, the one Chelsea player people were talking about the most on social media, the most, like hands down, the most tweeted about was Timo Werner. And it's just gotten to a stage with this guy, like I just don't generally, you know what it is? Like maybe Tuchel should find a creative solution, maybe make him a left wing back or some shit, you know, just run.
Let me explain something to you, Husam. This is the one thing I think maybe you guys can relate to this in your clubs, because maybe it might be the truth. But you guys know your fan bases in regards to how your fan base react to games, right? When my team doesn't perform or when we lose games, our fan base always has the same reactions. They go to the players that they need to find a blame on. They find a scapegoat. They find somebody that they have to jump on in order to deal with the madness of disappointment that they feel. I'm telling them, guys, they are Man City and Liverpool teams that are better than us as footballing teams, and sometimes they lose games. Guess what? How can they deal better with that, even though they've got the better team? And we are out here overrating our team, saying, oh my God, how can we lose to this team? Brentford beat us for... Guys, when you do stupid mistakes, it doesn't matter who you play. All they have to do is put the ball in the back of the net. It doesn't matter the quality of plays you have. Play to your strength, play to your game, and guess what? You get the result that you deserve out of games. And that's simply all it is. But my fans, this is one thing I've never really understood. We have to find somebody to blame. And this is also something we used to do with other players. If Hazard didn't show up, guess what? Chelsea struggled to win games. So what did they do? Oh, Hazard didn't show up today. I thought he was average. Well, guys, the other 10 players don't show up for most of the season too. Why is it that we're always on Hazard's case about this? So to me, I just find it boring. I'm like, I'm done scapegoating players. Collectively, as a team, do you perform well together or not? If you don't, I don't want to hear about individuals right now.
Okay.
Mojo, very quickly. You say play to your strengths. Most teams, when they play to their strengths, they play to the attackers to score them goals. But your strengths up front are club foot Romelu, small game Romelu, and Timo Werner. They're not really strengths, are they? So you've only got yourself to blame in aspects.
I love the fact that you find ways to try and trigger people with little things they say, Alan. I absolutely do. But I know for a fact, bro, you can talk with absolute sense and give objective view, bro. But honestly speaking, you saw Nuno as your manager for a little while, brief period, right?
Oh,
was he using Kane to his strengths? No.
Hold on, no. Kane
wasn't performing.
Kane was not in the right, because obviously he was annoyed with the Man City thing. So Kane had part of blame there as well on himself.
I agree. I agree, but what I'm fundamentally trying to get at is, like, when managers don't look at players that you have that are the strength of your team, right? I still think you have to look at the collective. You have to hide deficiencies, and you have to play to the strength of every player that is on that pitch as best as you can as a collective. The problem, however, is at Chelsea, we focus so much on hiding the deficiencies that we don't play to anyone's strength. And then the strength of some people are so fucking low in ceiling that, guys, it doesn't matter. We can't actually play consistently in the way we want to. So it's boring. That's why I'm done complaining about Chelsea. I'm like, get me to next season, get me the right players profile wise. You don't even have to spend a lot of money. Just get the right type of profile.
You wanted me to block him, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Mojo, love and respect, bro. You've given a very fair, balanced opinion. I don't really need to even speak on Chelsea. Better I don't. Moving on to Brighton, Manchester United. What are we saying?
1 hug, 2 hug, 3 hug.
Can I say this?
1 hug, 2 hug, 3 hug, 4 hug. You know how embarrassing this is? You know what, Mojo, Alan, and Egal, you know what makes this really embarrassing? The fact that they conceded 4 goals to the team that's called XGFC. Like, Brighton is literally known as the team that creates a million chances and doesn't score. They conceded 4. It was Caicedo's first goal. It was Cucurella's first goal. And I hear, like, here's the thing, okay? Chelsea have nothing to play for. At least they're respectable, you know? At least there's an element, you know, 1%, 2%, 5%, 10% element of respect to the shirt they're wearing right now. When you look at Manchester United, Varane, oh my goodness gracious. Remember the memes at the start of the season? I made one of them as well. You know, talking about Konate, Varane, and then Ben White. And now looking back at it, Varane is hands down the worst signing out of all of these players. You know, people are just like, watching Man United, it's genuinely become pathetic, the stuff I'm watching right now. How can 98-year-old Juan Mata be your best player on the football pitch? It makes no sense, you know? Ronaldo, nowhere to be seen. You know, the midfielders, the defense, everything. It's genuinely like watching Man United, honestly speaking now. We've been to school, we've seen, when the school makes a tournament and the year 11s play against the year 7s and the game ends 4-0 and it's just absolutely embarrassing. And like, that's genuinely what I feel like watching Man United right now. I mean, Man United, who do they have last game of the season? I think it's Palace. I think they only have one game left. Would anyone on this whole panel be shocked if they lose to Palace 4-0? No one would be shocked.
No.
Would anyone be shocked if United finish in Conference League position? No, they wouldn't. It's got to the stage now with Man United where people are talking about banter and vibes from the six and all that good stuff. What do you want me to cook? You tell me. Audience, comment section, tell me. What do you want me to cook? What is there to cook? There's literally a dead horse. It's been dead for 6 months.
Yeah.
What do you want me to cook, fam? Like, it's sushi. It's already made. Like, it's not the horse sushi, of course. I'm talking about the fish sushi. So it's been already made. Like, what can I sit here and say? Like, oh guys, you find Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane. You told us this. I've just been saying the same shit for the last 5 months, then. So United, regardless of what happens now with Liverpool, with City, with Chelsea, with Arsenal, with Spurs, the biggest underachievers this whole season have been hands down Manchester United. There was a consensus agreement between every single fan on earth that the top 4 in no order is going to be Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and United. Everyone said this is going to be the 4, and this is where we're going to be at. So now the fact that United are not even in contention, that's the part that's so weird. Like, even if going to these last 2-3 games, United was at least still in there with a chance. They were a point away, something like that. You'd respect that a little bit. The fact that they've fully given up, and now could take the second greatest player of all time to play Thursday midday football is disgraceful, honestly. So, yeah, that's all I have to say on United. There is nothing to cook, man. This is just expected.
Guys, can we just end it on this? Manchester United, this is the worst loss, even worse than Liverpool when they lost to Liverpool. This has to be the worst loss they've had all season, in my opinion.
And by the way, they keep breaking records. Just want to tell people a very nice record. This is the first time since 1981 they've lost 5 away games in a row. Congratulations.
I agree with what Husam says. They've been cooked that much now. You know when you put something on to cook and you forget it's in there and you come back and it's like a burnt mess, like it all shriveled up. That's what Man United are this season. I'll have to be a bit more respectful because Spurs did just recently lose to Brighton, but we didn't get whooped 4-0. So yeah, it was pot or ball, just took them apart. And Cucurella, I really want the Spurs next season.
I would love Cucurella, man.
No,
he's one of those
up.
guys.
I said it first. Shut up, Egal. He's coming to Spurs.
No. You can have him if you want. He's a baller. But
he is.
I like how you both are talking like you're directors of football and the stream, fam. And the stream. You guys are acting like you work for Arsenal and you work for Spurs.
Liverpool versus Aston Villa. What's going to happen?
Who?
Midweek, Liverpool versus who you playing?
I'm going to keep it simple. Listen, I'm going to do a Wolves Man City watch along. I'm going to do my prayers. Hopefully they lose that game because I said footballing wise, that's probably the toughest one. If Aston Villa beat us, Gerrard's legend card is immediately rescinded. You get me? And we have conversations to be had. So good luck to him in the whole season, except the game against Liverpool. So yeah, I expect us to bounce back and win. I always, after a bad result, I expect us to come back. So yeah.
Okay. And guys, is there anything else that needs to be said? No? West Ham?
Just one thing. Hey guys, the character building thing that I was talking about with Everton. Hey, we might need to reverse this situation. I don't know what to tell you, though, guys. I can't believe
Mojo didn't talk about
it. Guys,
I wanted Mojo to forget, man.
Wallahi, I thought it was dead and gone, guys. I can't lie to you lot. I genuinely did. I can't believe Everton are out of the bottom 3. I don't know how they've done it. But you know what? I'm going to take credit for this. The win against us, guys, I think it's giving them life. It's giving them life.
If you guys beat Leeds, you could help your legend stay up.
Exactly.
We know how it happened. You had
Mason
bum
Mount's
teams
gonna
like
have a
Man
hat-trick.
United, Chelsea, and Leicester playing. That's the reason why.
Hey, I mean,
Anyways.
Spurs calling me a bum team. Let's not go there, bro.
Anyways,
When
guys,
Mojo did
Yeah.
this, I thought he was going to talk about something Chelsea, man. I'm so disappointed. I was so
Anyways,
happy. You know what, in the back of my
guys.
mind, I was thinking, thank God Mojo didn't mention Everton. Now he mentioned that.
Guys,
No,
love
no,
and
no,
respect.
man.
It's been
Everton,
an
let's
hour
go.
and a half. Husam stayed on the whole time. Thank you. Mojo stayed on the whole time. Thank you. Big up to everybody. We're gonna wrap it up the
Where's
right
my
way.
thank you?
Alan, I'm gonna see you on Tuesday.
Don't
You already
disrespect.
said thank you. And let's hit this. Let's get this dance on. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey,
up, everybody.
hey. Big up to every single one of you.
Let's
Thanks so much for
go.
joining Vibes from the Six. Please do make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to EGTV to catch us on the next episode. We will be back.